This is Beat Making 101 in Garageband. Now, to be fair, in the case of Garageband for this particular project cycle, this beat making quote-unquote project, this is actually just about getting a beat into Garageband as quickly as we can. So some of this is going to work a bit differently than what we did in Ableton Live or what we did in Pro Tools regarding the beat making project itself. But I want to show you just a way to get yourself started when you're trying to start creating content and you need a beat. So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to assume that you already have taken care of things or remember how to do things like save the Garageband project in the data drive, that you remember how to take care of the audio preferences so that you were just using headphones again on this one so you can hear things properly. I'm going to assume all of that you already remember. So in any case, in Garageband, we're going to start with an empty project, and it's going to call up this particular screen. Don't use any of the other templates or it's going to add a whole bunch of other stuff that we don't need right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to, last time in Mixing 101, just to get it started, I had you pick a software instrument track and then we got rid of it later. This time we're going to very specifically use the drummer track. So you're going to select drummer track and you're going to hit create. And it's going to pull up a drum beat with a drummer for you. This drummer's name apparently is Kyle. And we can go in and there's actually a whole bunch of options on the left here, different parameters that you can, presets, excuse me, that you can select and change things around. But I'm just going to show you the very basics of this. I want you to remember that you can change the tempo up here by the counter. And you even right now, you can see a waveform. Let's listen to what that drum beat sounds like. That ain't bad for a built-in drum beat. I can go up here to the tempo and I can raise it faster, make it slower, whatever I want to do. I've got a lot of control here over how fast things happen and what goes on. I'm going to go back to the beginning here for just a moment. I want you to take a look down here at the bottom. This is the other stuff that I want you to be able to manipulate. There's a little screen here. It's got a grid, and on the left it says simple, on the right it says complex, and it says loud and soft. So I can go in and I can actually change how our friend here, Kyle, is playing the drum set. So I'm going to select play. And if I move it to more complex, you'll hear there's more notes in. If I move to simpler, it simplifies it. So I can control not just the tempo, I can control what's actually going on. Other things that I can do, I can control the actual types of parts that are going into this. I can control any number of other parameters here. And my suggestion is just to start to experiment with some things. Real quick, I'll just show you an example as it's playing. I'm going to move this simple complex part about in the middle. You can see it changed the waveform up there. When I hit play, if I change the hi-hat, for example, it changes the sound of the hi-hat, the pattern. Snare and kick. All different kinds of possibilities. The point of this project, get a drummer playing in Garageband and see if you can manipulate the patterns. I look forward to hearing what you come up with.